Real quick, we're gonna go through, I just got off the phone with the wife of a client. Client is experiencing extreme hunger, fatigue, and chills, as well as having some issues off and on for the last month. This is the blood work that was taken about a month ago when that all started. So the very first thing I'm going to look at is this ALK-Phos number that's up here that I highlighted, and you'll notice that the lab marked it as low, but the doctor said nothing about it. This is an indication that he has a vitamin and mineral deficiency. You can look it up online. What does it mean if your ALK phosphate is low? It's going to tell you it's a vitamin and mineral deficiency. His doc, you're healthy. So then I'm like, okay, well, what else could be going on with this guy that he's feeling like he's needing to wake up and have a snack almost immediately, because his blood sugar numbers look beautiful and have for the last year, which is the first time in a really long time. So you'll see, like, over here on March 6th, he had 91, and he's currently at 95. We want him between 85 and 99, so he's like in that sweet spot. So great, which for this guy, fasting previously, we'd see his numbers drop all the way into 70s, which means he's having a hypoglycemic moment. So you'll notice the numbers I highlighted, protein and albumin, they're both out of range in I want you to get an A on the blood work exam. That ALK-Phos number, he was failing. That was an F. The lab flagged it, which means it's an F. These are, you're getting a D, and I need you to get an A number. So protein and albumin showing up in like this in the blood work means that there is leaky gut issues. And then sodium and potassium, as high as they are, mean that there are adrenal issues. The adrenal issues could be being caused by the vitamin and mineral deficiency that has been there since at least March. Because if you notice, his adrenals were a little shaky even back in March. So then I'm like, all right, well, what else could be happening with this guy? Then you'll notice I highlighted the white blood cell count breakdown. His neutrophils and lymphocytes are an exact 1-to-1 ratio, which means there's something autoimmune going on, which usually is metabolic, and it's driven by leaky gut. He genetically doesn't have markers for autoimmune, so this is environmental. And then his monocytes are high. We asked the doctor to run an Epstein-Barr virus panel because he has had COVID recently. They said no. And then his eosinophils are also a full % higher than they should be, which means that his allergies are out of control. So I simply asked the question, have you felt like your seasonal allergies are worse this year? Yeah, they have been. How did you know that? Your eosinophils are high. Have you felt just kind of generally run down, like you're more tired than usual, increase in needing to take a nap? The heat's really getting to you this summer compared to previous. I do feel like that. How'd you know? Your monocytes are too high. They're 2% higher than they should be. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but on top of that, there's some other kind of viral thing hanging out in his system that's elevating the white blood cell count for the lymphocytes. And so we need to address it. But his doctor is not even willing to test for it. So what do I want to do with this patient? Very first thing we're doing is putting him on a liquid multivitamin that he has to hold in his mouth for 90 seconds. We're going to see if doing that for a week at a slightly higher dose than normal, and then for the rest of the 30 days at a normal dose, doesn't improve some of his energy levels. And then we'll ask for the blood work to be redone, and see if we can get away with avoiding kind of fighting off the viral stuff. I don't think we're going to be able to. I think we're going to have to touch on that. But we'd go after that with specific herbs and supplements, and help him get through that on his own, potentially, because he does live on some acreage and take care of some animals, and they have cats that live in the house, and he grew up on a farm. Potentially, we will do a parasite cleanse. We do need to do something to heal his leaky gut. It's another simple solution, aloe vera juice. We're gonna start there. Start simple, start cheap. Each individual person gets an individualized plan from me. It's not the same for everyone. And it takes me a little bit of time to pull those together because each person is individual. If you're interested in having me take a look at your blood work and figure out why it is that you don't feel in optimal health when everyone else is saying you're normal, there's links to do the thing and book a consult. If you found any valuable information in this, give me a follow.